Now then, you beautiful people, thank you for joining us once again. We are back at the Tingley bathroom refurb, and guess what? I've got a new van. Still needs racking out. I'm going to do a bit of a van series on this. Security, racking out the inside, and yeah, do a bit of a van tour. So let's head inside, go see what Tyler's done. So the Tyler came on Tuesday, I think it was, and tiled in here. So this is all ready to go. Obviously basin, towel rad and toilet. So that's our aim today, is to get them three in. But that's all he could do, unfortunately. He couldn't do upstairs because this house is absolutely freezing. So the plaster is taking forever to dry. It's not getting there at all. So today's Thursday, he's gonna be coming back tomorrow. Hopefully should be somewhere near dry tomorrow so he can tile it. You can tile that back wall, but at the moment that's about all he can do. It is what it is. We came yesterday and just re-put all this back together. Get a light on. Put all this. So I've raised the deck up, bored it out with some ply. We just need to pipe up the hot and colds. But we'll do that once after it's tiled when we get up here. That way I don't have to put any stop ends on there and the tiler can get a small enough hole. So let's head downstairs and crack on with the probably toilet first. Right, so with the toilet all in position now, connected up to the pan connector, so that's in. Not connected the cold up yet. That's just to go onto that bit of 15mm pipe there, which will be a bit difficult to tighten up, but we'll work something out. So I'm just going to mark up the walls and floor. So all we do is in line with your hole, on the floor, and then a little line like that. Same at this side. And then we then back to the wall. Just get it all in that. So whip that out, get them drilled, get our L brackets in the floor, and see what we can do about this flexi onto that bit of copper. Right, so a little tip for you when having to try to tighten something that's in a bit of an awkward place is to do it out of place first. So what I'll do is we'll get this on here, tighten it up, get that olive nice and tight, and we'll take it back off. Paste up the olive, and then put the flexi back onto the toilet, because if we leave it on there and try put it onto the fill valve blinded, we'll just end up cross threading the plastic thread on there. It's not too bad when it's a brass thread, but when it's plastic it's very easy to cross thread. So we'll get that on there, and then we just need to put our L brackets in, and what we're going to do is going to screw them straight into the floorboards and the laminate flooring. So let's crack on and get this tightened up. So we'll get our toilet back into position, get our flexi tightened up to there, push back on into position, get our fixes in from the side. But what I like to do is get the water back on and get it tested, get it flushed through a couple of times before we put the fixings in. That way, if there is a leak, we're not having to undo the fixings. Just makes life a little bit easier if anything does go wrong. Right, toilet in and fixed in position now. Just moving over to the towel rad. Obviously we're connecting onto the existing valves that we moved. That's a bit tight, is that? Might nibble around the bottom of there. So what we're going to do is just connect it on to the valves, hang it in place, level on top, uno level on the side, level it off, and then some little pencil marks around all the fixings. Should be straightforward, might need about 8 arms, but we'll get there. So let's crack on. Can you see there? So that's in now. Just need to put these stupid little grub screws underneath. You can see it there, underneath there, which holds it into place. Get our caps in, and then fill her up, and we should be all done with the tower rail, as long as there's no leaks, but there shouldn't be. Fingers crossed. Right, so we're just putting the basin in now. Bit of adjustments to do on the pipework. I'm going to put it. Before the basin obviously centre was there, because we had a pedestal, basin and ped in, but because of where the towel rail is, the toilet, I want to try and make as much room as possible. So I'm just going to put it past the towel rail, so when you stood in front of the basin, you're not hitting your back on the towel rail. So just thinking ahead a little bit. So what we have to do is, like we did upstairs, don't worry, I've got my benders this time, they're in the van, I'm going to go get them. I don't have to go down a flight of stairs at least, so it's don't seem as far away. I'm going to put a couple of bends on the copper pipe work, up there. Other thing is, just realised, because obviously I've not swapped my vans over yet and got everything from the other van into this van, don't think I've got my clip tub with me, so I don't know if I can put any clips on it. But it's not a drama, I can put them in next time when we're back next week to put do it upstairs. I can put some clips on these, and then the waste pipe the same. We'll put elbow across and up, ready to go in. So this out way, move them across, and then yeah, I think we'll go about centre there and pull them off. And this time, bring them high enough to make sure the flexes go straight onto the ISOs. Because if you remember last time, we had a headache. I cut them short. I had to get some rad tail extensions to go in the isolators. So let's crack on, get these pipes moved over and get this fixed back in place. Right, so with the vanity unit in place now, we're just making the basin up ready to go. Taps needs tightening up, and we're just putting the waste in, which is there. Find it then. However, I haven't got any basin mates, so this is going to be very hypocritical, that's what I'm looking for, of me, and I'm going to be making it up with our good friend Silicone. Each their own. I've done it with silicone for years. Basin mates are a lot easier and very handy for when, let's say, a pedestal, and you can't really get the old pedestal out to get underneath with a silicone gun. The basin mates just slot up and it's easier. So they've both got uses, so it's each their own. People get wound up and get high rated about it, but as long as it don't leak, it don't really matter, does it, at the end of the day? So let's get this made up. Right, and with that all made up, what we're going to do now is stick it down to the unit. I'm not going to stick it back to the wall because I'm a bit unsure on the position of it. The customer's away at the moment, so I have fixed it in, but enough. So I brought the fixings in fair enough, so if she does want to move it this way at all or that way, we've got a bit of play. We haven't got fixings right at the edge and chance of them showing if we did have to move it. So just stick it down to the unit and not at the back, and then she can make the decision when she gets back. And if she does want to change it, it's just a case of taking the screws out and moving them down. So let's get a bit of silicone. Don't have to go silly crazy with this. Just a little bit on there, and then try to do this one-handed. That's all in. Give that a clean up. Wipe. There we go. cleaned down, ready to go. You see what I mean about, it's quite narrow. If you move it down anymore, you're making this gap even narrower towards the toilet, but then when you're down here, you've got plenty of room. The basin is actually no bigger than the old basin that come out. The only difference is that obviously the old one was on a pedestal, so it actually looks a little bit smaller because it didn't have the unit underneath. So yeah, we'll see what the customer says, see what she wants to do. So we'll get this all piped up. A couple of flexes in, have I left them long enough? I measured it, so they should be. A bit of play on these anyway. But however, what I had to do is bring the hot in front of the cold and then back in. So I've got my cold to my left and my hot to my right instead of the usual hot left, cold right. And then we just need to pipe up our waste as well. So we'll get that done now and get the drawer back in. And then another question I need to ask her is, are we using these handles or these handles? Because I don't think she realised the drawer, the unit actually comes with its own handles, and she's bought another set of handles. So I'll give her the question when she gets home tomorrow, early hours of morning or something, and she can let her make the decision on that one. Right, with that all piped up and tested, we're all done for today. Still obviously got the handles to do, bit of boxing down there, all the silicone obviously, and just some chrome snap-ons on there, just to finish the job off. And obviously mirror on the wall as well. So Tyler's coming tomorrow, all being well, to tile the ensuite. It's drying out nicely now, so it should be okay for the morning. That being Friday, and then I'm back on Monday morning to put upstairs back together and finish off down here. So I'll see you on Monday. And just like that, we are back, and the tiler has been and tiled the bathroom upstairs. While he was here this morning, grouted, we have been downstairs for sure, yeah. Just finishing off what we started last week. In here, boxing in, done in the corner, ready for him to tile. Chrome shrouds on, and we've got our handles on in place. Going to leave the silicone in until he has tiled them little boxings in there. Turn that off, then we'll head back upstairs. Let's go and show you what we've got up to so far and what we've got to do. So it's only quite early on, so we've done quite well. This floor is going down nice and easy. LVT flooring. If you don't know what LVT flooring is, a vinyl tile laminate sort of thing, clicks together, and it's really easy to put down. If you're interested in it, check out the other bathroom we did in this property where we put it down. I'll show you exactly how we put it together, how it lays down. But it looks smart. So moving on to putting it all back together. So with being such a small bathroom, we're going to have to think ahead and plan forward. So I'm going to do the towel rail first before putting the toilet in, because it'll make it easier. And then once the toilet's in, we'll move over to the shower, get the shower in, then get the screen in, then get the basin in. Not forgetting to put that 15mm pipe into the hot for our shower. I'm hoping I've not cut that too short to put a press fitting on. And we've also got in here to connect up to our shower pipes going through the wall. So, plenty to do, not enough time to do it because I can't work late here today. So I'm going to crack on, get this towel rail fit, get the toilet in position, and then we'll move over to getting the shower done. So with the toilet and radiator in now, I've boxed it all in, ready for the tiler. Fingers crossed the tiler comes tomorrow. I've asked him if he can try and make it tomorrow. We'll see. Gives me a chance to then silicone it all up after he's finished. So, like I said, moving on to the shower. I'm not going to put the shower on this side yet, because obviously we've still got in here to pipe up. So we've got hot going to this one, cold going up here. What we're going to do is get these pressed on, pull them back a bit, press them on first, push them back as far as we can go, and then cold, I think we're going to put an offset with an elbow up, elbow onto that isolation valve up there. With this one here, I think, I don't know, I'm going to have to cut this down, I think. Put my isolation valve in, lower down, maybe put an offset with a bend in. I don't know, we'll see see how we get on, see what we can pull together, see what will work and what won't. So yeah, we'll get the water turned off and get it connected up. How do we turn the water off? No, we don't. We've got isolation valve there, and that's not connected, so we don't need to turn the water off yet. So let's crack on and get this piped up. Right, so I've just pulled an offset with a 90 on it to go onto there, but I don't think it's going to work. Reason being that by the time I get my on there, it's all lined up. I don't know if you can see on there, on the bend there. So you get, my fitting can't come past that little ridge there where it starts to bend, and it does basically. So I just don't get enough space to, or further enough back, should I say, to get a form bend on there. So what I'm going to do is just cut it off there. I should have enough on that to put an elbow on there, like so. Press, and that should get it a bit further back to the wall as well. Right, water is back on now. Isolation valve's ready to go. It's not a pretty sight. Probably cost me £100 million to use all them fittings, but it saved me all the 30 seconds quicker than soldering. So I'm on the way in the comments. Moving on to the shower now. We have got the PL8 plate at the back, and we're going to be using these little handy adapters, which we cut the pipe back, pop it on. Well, so we pop it on. We need to work out with our plate how far we need it off the wall. Got our pipe back, pop that on. Radiator spanner in the end of it. Adjustable spanner, tighten it up, bit of paste, silicone, our holes, plate on, shower on, water on, bish, bash, bosh. Shower's in place. Then we've obviously got to do the riser reel and everything, but you get the gist. They make it a lot easier. You're not having to drill the tiles or risking cracking anything on there. So highly recommend them and to use them where you can. So let's crack on, get this in. Question is, it's nearly 4 o'clock now. Do I do the shower screen today or not? We'll see. Don't be bothered, I've lost my motivation. Might be a job for tomorrow. It's me doing bathrooms or any job for that matter. You just get to a certain point, you like, or you stop for 5 minutes, 5-minute break, you just lose all motivation. A bit more than there. Just put your teeth back in, motivation. Anyhow, shower is in, done. Not put the shower screen on, decided not to. Got the basin cut and ready to go. Show the customer that. It's very tight in here, but it's a bifold door, so there should be plenty of room to get into the shower. Still sit on the toilet nicely. So yeah, I think we're going to go for that location, but we'll wait and see. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the tiler comes tomorrow to do the boxing in, and I'm back later on just to finish off, get the screen in, get basin in, clean down, silicone up, mirror needs to go back up, and then downstairs still needs silicone in. So we get in there, there's just the niggly little bits just to finish off. And guess what? The tiler didn't turn up. Oh, it said it didn't turn up. It's not coming today, it's coming tomorrow now, unfortunately. But it's not the end of the world. I can still get the showers done, get everything else done. It just means that that last little bit of siliconing is going to have to wait, unfortunately. First job, shower screen. I hate shower screens. It's a bifolder we've got going in. It comes built up for you, ready to go. Just make sure it's open the right way. So we want the handle at this side, open and in, so we can get in and we can shut the door behind us. Well, not us, the customer can. So what we're going to do, because we're between two walls, we can't put both our profiles on because you won't get your glass in. So what we do is we get our first profile. You have two different types of profiles. You've got this sort of type where your fixings are on the inside, and then you have this sort of type where your fixings are on the outside. So what we'll do here is get this one where it's on the inside, about 10mm off the bottom, level it up, screw and fix that to the wall. And then this one, we'll get it the same distance at the bottom as the right hand side one. Put it on, drill it, get it plugged, siliconed, but we're not going to put that in place. What we do is we put that onto our screen and lift it all in as one. So we put it into the profile there and slide it back over, and then because the fixing holes are on the outside, not on the inside of the profile, we can then put them into the wall like so. So it can be a bit fiddly, you got to think ahead. Like with this one, I have to put the profile with the fixing on the outside on the left hand side, because if I put it on the right hand side, we've got this door frame to this architrave to deal with, and I think if we'd have slid it into there, it's going to catch on the architrave. So I could have gone the other way, I suppose, but it's just going to be a bit more awkward. So to make life a lot easier, we'll put the one with the inside on the right and one with the outside on the left. So yeah, bear with me. They can be tedious, screens. Sometimes they can go nice and straightforward, straight to plan, but then other times they can be a nightmare. I think this one's going to be okay because it's already built up. I'm not having to tinker around putting screws in and stuff like that, building all the frame. There's only basically my fixing screws for my screen to my profile to hold them into place, and then just in case the little caps and the handle. So it should be, fingers crossed, straightforward. But this morning, everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. Smashed my partner's money jar thing that she got given from her mum who passed away. So yeah, I'm in the bad books. So, and then so a few other things gone wrong. So yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Right, we are all done. GoPro died when we were doing the shower screen. I do apologise. But we've cracked on anyway. Got finished, just about. Let me just wipe that off the camera. Got to come back tomorrow, unfortunately, just to do the siliconing, because obviously the tile has not come yesterday. This morning, sorry. My mind's all over the place. So he's coming tomorrow, so we're going to do all the siliconing tomorrow, but everything else is done. Mirrors in. Basin's all in, shower screen in, ready to go. Like I say, there's just siliconing, and I forgot to grab the plinth for the front of the tray. So I need to go get a trim for that. So should be nice, fingers crossed, straightforward day tomorrow. Got another couple of little jobs to do, so I've got to slot it in. Trim on there, silicone up, and also downstairs, I'll show you that. I can't remember if I showed you the finished article down there. Let's have a look. All done down here, other than obviously the siliconing. I need to grab some more silicone profiling tools, because in the process of moving vans and moving house, I ain't got a clue where they've gone. So I'm going to shoot off to the merchants, go grab a shower trim and some profiling tools. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that thumbs up button. It does mean a lot, it helps the algorithm. And if you haven't got a YouTube account, make sure you make yourself a YouTube account. It's free, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 15k. And when we get to 15k, we are gonna do a massive, massive giveaway. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys again next time.